That camera's charged. Yeah.
We are live right now.
Yeah. Are we?
I think so. Good morning, good afternoon. I'm Eddie. This is Darren. We got a conversation today.
Wow.
So you were talking about some political stuff earlier. I think it's gonna take a minute for it to.
Well, we'll hold off until it clicks in
We should be.
before I.
It's probably recording right now, but it takes a minute to because it like buffers for YouTube.
Yeah.
So we should definitely be good.
But yeah, now we're good.
See how it's buffering? So yeah, like I
Um.
said, your political thing,
Well,
and I want to hear a little bit about the end of the world thing you got going on here.
no, no,
Because
no.
I'm a pretty conspiracy guy myself. I'm a conspiracy guy.
Well, let's talk
And
about what. Uh.
maybe we should
What
make it
was.
warmer in here, put a little fire in. Go ahead. I'm gonna turn the fire on,
All right.
and you tell me about. You tell me about your thing. We got some fire. Now we'll get warm. Warm it up.
No, what we're gonna talk about. Because we didn't do a podcast last week.
Yeah.
And it was probably good. Memorial Day. Uh. It aggravates me when people say Happy Memorial Day when that shit to me is not happy. Like I said, I personally lost brothers and sisters in these fucking bullshit wars.
Right, right.
Uh, so
So you
uh,
think their point of view though is similar to celebrating a death, which people say
yeah,
you're celebrating their life
a
actually,
friend of
not
mine,
the
she
death.
said that. She goes, "Well,
Yeah,
listen, in
they're
actuality,
celebrating life.
you have to like just say like you're celebrating their life.
Yeah.
Like I had a friend, Ralphie Holcomb. Like he was special forces.
Hmm.
You know, short timer got killed. His kid wanted to follow in his father's footsteps and got killed. You know what I'm saying?
Deep.
So it's
That's deep.
yeah, that fucks with me. Uh,
Right.
and then you got, well, I'll talk about society in a minute. Only thing they care about is screaming at mommy and daddy from their cellar, getting them another peanut butter and fucking jelly sandwich.
And you ain't lying.
So yeah, I don't know if we talked about also. We donated food to Interfaith Ministries. I don't know if we
Yeah,
got to that.
I think we did the week after I think
Okay.
it was.
And that could not have come about without the help of Lauren from the Cave, uh, John from GMI Call, of course Eddie, who pushed out these shirts, Tracy Stanko, who pushed out mad shirts, and definitely going to do it again. But I'm in the point in my life. It's like if you're not all about this, even my job. My job isn't in servicing people. You know what I'm saying? I work in mental health, so it's like uh, you have to get in that frame of mode. Eddie, you do it every day, and I see you. People, I don't have the money to train. You know what? Just go ahead and train. You know what I'm saying? You don't have to do that shit.
Yeah.
Um,
Do
I
you
don't,
have? I don't want to cut you off, but do you have the text going on here too? Because all right, there's people in there. We don't have the screen set up for watching the
uh,
if
sh-
anybody's giving us talking to us or anything like that. But you got it right there, so
um,
we'll be able to see it. It'll just be if
yeah,
you guys are asking any questions, they'll be delayed a little bit, but we'll definitely get to them if we see them.
yeah,
Give us a shout out. What's up?
yep.
So we know you're watching.
So, I mean, that's where I'm at, in my life right now. I went to the New York Pro Show, um, and I got to shout out Damian Baxter, who basically I wasn't gonna go, and I said, you know what, fuck it, let's roll. So Tony, myself, Damian went up there, and Damian's friend Karif, he won the 212 division. I don't know if you saw the pictures.
Yeah.
This guy was phenomenal. People, if you just go to my Facebook page and look at this guy, the dedication uh, that it takes to get into that shit. Eddie, I know, but I think what it did for me, uh, and I said this yesterday to a friend of mine, it sparked a new motivation for me.
Yeah, it usually does that. That's why I don't go.
Yeah,
Usually I go and I go, oh man, all that work.
yeah. I mean,
I
but
want to do it right now. It's like when you watch a motorcycle video of guys doing wheelies, you want to just go out there and start popping wheelies. Why?
yeah, but you
Yeah.
would, yeah, you're that guy.
Yeah.
So you are that guy. But it did it. I think because I was just going through not going through the motions. You know what I'm saying? Well, no, I was going through emotions, but now it's like, he was talking about, do you want to go down to the Olympia? I'm like, shit, should I go?
The
Yes,
Olympia, when is that?
it's in November.
Yeah, it's a ways out.
Okay, so hear me out. And I'm thinking, can I get into shape to do a show? That's my mindset. Maybe not do a show, but in show, like show ready.
Between now and then?
Yeah, not.
What's that,
I'm
like
not.
3 or 4 months? How many months is that?
What, November? What do you?
In
What's it,
June.
5 months, right?
Yeah. That's a,
Can it be done? No. Again, maybe, but have a goal. If I go to the Olympia, to attend the Olympia, like in show ready shape.
like, look,
Yeah.
yeah.
Can it be done?
These guys, when do they start training
No,
for
no, no.
this?
But I'm not
You
saying
know?
I'm not saying Olympia quality.
Right, right.
No, no, no,
For
no, no.
yourself.
For me, because I only compete against me.
Yeah. Well, if that's the case, then any shape you want to be in is perfect.
But you know how I get down.
Yeah.
You know.
A lot of training, you know that.
Yeah.
You've been there before. You've competed.
So
You know what
a
you gotta
friend of
do.
mine, there's just no secrets here. And a friend of mine, she goes, oh well, uh, let me know when you do it drug free. Because there's no, listen, we had Kelly Elizabeth up here. She talked about drug use and all that. Listen, there's no shame here, whatever, that there is drug use in that shit. But could I do it? My last show was drug free. I almost died because you can't keep.
What was your weight at that time?
Uh,
What were you in the show at?
I weighed in at 228.
That was another guy ago. What are you at right now?
Actually, right now, I just jumped on the scale yesterday, and I'm hovering at 268. I jumped on the scale today, 272.
272.
That's down. Hold
Well,
on.
that's not even. That's you really. It's possible you can get close to that weight,
No,
legitimately.
there's no way I'll get back to 225.
But right diet, right
Yeah,
supplements, right everything.
but
It's definitely possible.
but what I'm saying is, because even right now, I looked at my thighs, and I have my thighs right now are very vascular.
Right.
Um, so, like I said, I only compete against me, but in my head, I know I know it can be done. It's just uh, getting into that right mindset, you know. And I think I'm there now. It's like uh, to look at these. I'm gonna call them kids because I'm not saying I'm old as dirt, but
Young monsters.
they're monsters, bro.
They are. The size that the guys are putting on these
Uh,
days is is crazy.
free advertisement, Duncan.
It's so crazy the amount of size these guys are putting on.
Yeah, yeah.
And you gotta think, your heart's only so big. And the bigger you get, the harder your heart has to work.
Work, right.
It's like throwing a Honda Civic motor inside of a tractor trailer and thinking you're gonna go for a long distance
Yeah,
run.
yeah, yeah. Maybe a block.
Yeah, yeah, it's insane. That's what's life expectancy of a Olympian bodybuilder these days.
I think it's better now because of the technology that these guys that they have at their fingertips
Yeah,
with the doctors, the blood work, blah blah blah. I mean, I'm getting my blood drawn off, and this is because of my own stupidity years ago. Well, I have the gene that produces too much red blood cells, and then on top of that, drug use, steroids. So I screwed my body up.
right.
So now I'm forced to get my blood drawn off every 2 weeks. But whatever the case.
Now, is that forever? Or is that just
Yeah,
till you
yeah.
get back in
Or
your, you
no, no,
get
it's
back?
forever. Or I can go on a blood thinner, which I'm not trying to hear that.
Right.
So Um, but I think
So is this something you're definitely gonna do, or is it stuck in your head? Are you on
it's
that?
stuck in my head, Eddie.
Are you on that wagon?
Yeah, I think I am. I really do.
What's it gonna consist of? Like, what do you? What is the first thing you do? I want to get ready for a show. Obviously, you've done it before. You know.
You know what? So listen, when we, and I've been so removed from that, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But when I walked into to the venue and you smell protein farts, spray tan, and you know the stuff like
Oil.
Pam cooking oil.
Yeah, yeah,
I
yeah.
was like, oh, I remember this shit. Oh my god, holy crap!
They're all not good smells, by the way.
They're all no, they're
They're
gross.
all rancid.
Yeah,
Like
it's
you see these
gross.
guys on stage, and you're like, oh, I want to be like that. Well, he's only gonna be like that for about 15 minutes while he's on stage.
And
After that,
and you know,
it's not gonna be that.
while you're on stage, you are at your unhealthiest.
Yeah, man. Depleted of
The
water, everything.
water. The second to last show I did, I my body totally locked up,
Yeah.
dehydrated.
Keep that story going to these guys. I'm gonna run up and answer that door that you just
Oh
heard ring.
wow, okay.
So yeah, no. Tell them about the nutrition and all that shit.
Um,
I'll be back in 13 seconds.
so I don't know the nutrition part. Uh, well, you got to start. I cut out all the bullshit, sugars, and cut it down to one cheat day, balls to walls training, easing into it, and then it will probably not probably it will definitely go into double sessions, cardio, uh, twice a day, and just the mindset, I believe, uh, which takes a lot. You really have to shed the people in your life that will be holding you back. And to me, it's like they're low hanging fruit. And you have to me, you're going to be doing a lot of pruning of people because people are not going to understand. Oh, why are you doing this? You're doing that. You're not hanging out. Blah blah blah. And those are the people that will hold you back. Uh, and it's usually your friends and family. It usually, and I hate to say that shit, but that's what it usually comes down to. Because people don't want to see you succeed in whatever endeavor. The few people that do, you know, those are your ride or dies. And oh, Eddie is back.
How'd you do? Whew.
Eddie got his cardio in.
All right, that's enough for today's cardio. Sorry about that.
No, I was telling him that when you're competing for whatever or succeed or trying to succeed in business in general, there are going to be people that are going to hold you back, and it's usually family and friends. Uh, so those and to me, I said those are the low hanging fruit, and you will be doing some pruning of these people, and it's fucked up that it has to be that way, but uh, and I never had a problem with just walking away from people. I don't give a fuck if you're gonna hold me back from what I'm going to do, what I need to do, what I'm driven to do. Yeah, you're out. You know.
So the plan is to start.
I think yeah. You know, I'm half in, half out right now. This today. uh, but I've been thinking about it a lot, and if we can lock down uh, the Olympia uh, ticket shit, because the VIP tickets, you know how much those are going for now? $895 per ticket.
What's that get you? 2 days or no?
I,
Or is that just the main show?
no, no, no. It gets you. I believe it. Not I believe it gets you everything from the
Oh,
expo, uh, uh, early entry into like the main shows, prejudgings.
so you could probably do the trip at like 2,500 with everything, plane, hotel. Because what is it? 2 days, 3 days?
3 days. I mean, I'll probably stay there for five, maybe. You know, it's Orlando.
Oh, it's in Florida?
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
well, that's not bad at all. I might even go.
So,
Go down there and stay with my parents.
yeah, my cousin's right there.
Yeah.
So, which Trey, if you're listening to this, I don't. I'll stay at your place, but I don't want to see you because I'm not trying to get locked up. uh, so that's my spiel on that. We'll see what happens. I'll keep you guys posted.
Definitely. I'm gonna keep on you too.
Yeah, I know. I already know you will. But
Imagine if you train hard for the next 5 months, 6 months,
double sessions.
clean up the diet.
Like I said, I looked at my thighs this morning. I'm like, damn it.
Do you call those thighs?
What do you call them?
Tree trunks.
They've gotten
Red oak,
small.
maybe?
I believe they've gotten smaller, but I think I can build them up. I don't know. I don't know. We'll see.
They got smaller from probably the biggest they were. But if you want to call them small, that's more like a waistline.
You think so?
Yeah.
Uh,
What's the size of that leg? 30 inches?
32.
32.
32.
got a 32-inch leg, and
Yeah.
it's a lot smaller than it should be.
Yeah. At their peak,
Huge.
I probably lost.
I wish we had a picture we could post up of that show where your leg looked like, I don't know, you can't even, there's no words for how big that thing was. It was disgusting.
Wow. Thanks, Ed.
It was just like it was crazy. Like, I like bodybuilding, I like being in shape, I like leaning up,
Yeah.
but when it gets so big, you're just like, I remember many years ago, like, you've seen people's backs before,
Oh
maybe
yeah,
times,
yeah.
but when you see somebody's like bodybuilder, somebody who's like really got their back is just
yeah.
so it doesn't even look like a back.
No, it just looks like slabs of beef.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's insane.
And that Karif, his back, I looked at him, he was just standing there. I'm like, holy shit. What the hell? And there's he won the Arnold, Samson Duda. He's got to be 6'5", 6'4".
Massive.
Massive. I just looked, I'm like, wow. Like, it's insane. It's insane. I'm not, like I said, I'm that quality. No, I'm not gonna bullshit nobody. No, no, no. Number one, the drug bill for that would be in the tens of thousands, and I'm not even trying to go down that road. But
It'd be a home, a small home
yeah,
purchase.
right.
That's what it would probably be.
But which leads me into my other segue into basically how right now we are living in a fucking soft society where that person who put everything out there to go on stage, male, female, and this society now will villainize that person. Do you know what I'm saying? Like being in shape is basically, you're looked down upon because they want you fucking weak, fat, fucked up in the head. You know, we're gonna prescribe you the newest med, and it's fucking bullshit. If you have an inkling of motivation that of a fucking gnat, you'll do good in this society today.
All you gotta do is work.
Yeah.
And you don't have to overwork yourself because everybody else is underworking
Right.
themselves.
Just work.
Just
And
you know what the hardest part about everyone's life is in work?
What?
This generation is showing up on time. The easiest part of your job. They can't do that. And then when they get there,
Right.
they don't want to do anything. Like they don't want to do the job. They see when you go to a job interview, this is what happens. You go to a job interview, you sit down across from the guy,
Right.
he feels you out, and then if he gives you the job, he says, "Listen, this is the way you're gonna get the job. I need you to do this, and I'm willing to give you this for that."
Right.
And you agree to that, so you have yourself a little agreement.
Well, it is an
When you
agreement.
agree to that,
Right.
you show up on time, like he said. Do the whatever duties he's got laid out for you.
Right.
That's what you got to do. They don't want to even do that, so they agree to a contract and they don't want to uphold it.
Right.
So what does that say about them?
What does it say?
They're lazy.
But this is what we're dealing with now, and
People are so
I'm
lazy.
hard. And it's this fucking generation, maybe two generations.
Yeah,
Like I
it's
said, they just want to sit back, have you cater to them,
well. You see, the thing is that
play your fucking video games, and
this
your
is something that was they allowed this. Whoever is like this, the parent allowed this to happen.
um.
The parent
But
allows it.
see, here's the thing. Let's go back because these kids today are indoctrinated by the school system,
Right.
right?
Yep.
Fucking media,
Correct.
uh, television. Because every time you look on television, it, I'm not even. I don't even want to go as hard as I want to because someone's going to get their fucking butthole all puckered up. So I'm going to save it for another fucking day.
When we're ready to cancel YouTube
Yeah.
and we go buck wild.
You
But
know,
today's gonna be our last show, and we're gonna tell you how we really feel about this
no,
shit.
I have to sit down and like really, map it out. But
Right.
and that's a map. Okay, I'm going off on another fucking tangent. How they're saying they're calling people who are, let's just say, friendly to children maps because they don't want to use that p word. Okay, do you know what I'm coming at?
Oh, slightly.
Okay, people that play with little kids.
Oh.
Okay, this is what I heard in the state of Connecticut. They don't
Okay.
want to use the P word. They want to use minor attracted person. Motherfucker, you come at somebody that I know that's a child and you want to push up on them, I'm not even going to tell you what I'm going to do.
So the system's saying that it's okay.
It's okay. They don't want to, they're saying the word P is too harsh. This is the society because they're dumbing it down. They're softening up for people.
Right.
Okay? I was talking to a good friend of mine. She happens to be in the LGBT community. And I said, what is going on with, she goes, no, with trans. She goes, what's going on? This is not trans. This is drag. It's two different, totally different
I think
things.
drag is very scary, like a scary thing to get into.
Okay. But, and these parents, excuse me, that are bringing their kids to these drag shows, do
Right.
you know listen, I know what goes on. I'm not closed
I was
minded.
just
I've
at, I
I've
was
been
just
to drag shows. I've been to Pride and all that shit. Uh, So I know what goes on.
I was legitimately just at a Christmas party,
Yeah.
and
Well, not just at a Christmas party.
well,
Yeah.
the last Christmas I was just at a party, and the entertainment that night was a drag show. I find out 2 hours before I get there. So I'm like, whatever. It's just
Right.
whatever. I've been to one in the Carolinas. Buddy of ours owned a bar. His mother owned a bar down there, and she had a night that was like drag night. And I've been there, and it was it was
Whatever.
nothing crazy at the
Right.
time. This we're talking 15 years ago.
Right.
They dress up, they get on stage, they entertain, but they're not. It wasn't crazy. You know what I'm saying? Like
Mm-hmm.
it wasn't sexual like this last party I was at. So the last party I'm at, we're sitting there. They come out, they start singing, and they're doing their thing.
Yeah.
About 20 minutes later, they got out. How do you say it without getting banned on YouTube? They got out large rubber adult
Yeah.
toys,
Okay.
and they're going. Now, there's crowds of people. They're in the middle of the crowd. It's
Yeah.
not like they're on stage. They're in the crowd going around hitting people with
Mm-hmm.
them and doing things that are really not appropriate. There was actually people there with kids, and they actually got up and left. It was that crazy. It was
Okay.
so. We probably lasted maybe about 40 minutes after the show started. And when it started getting real crazy, I was like, yeah, that's too much.
Right.
That's too much. And there was still kids in the
You see what I'm
audience
saying?
and outside in the crowds.
You see what I'm
I'm like,
saying?
if it was a complete adult party, so be it. Do whatever you got to
Oh,
do.
whatever.
I I have the option to stay there if I want or leave. It started getting a little much for me,
Right.
and I'm a little weirdo, but that's a little weird.
And if it's getting a little much for you, it must have gotten a little
It got
too
really
much.
crazy, really crazy. Like I was like, you know what? It doesn't make me a bad person. I'm not gonna sit there and watch it.
Right. Right.
If you don't like horror movies and you go into there's somebody watching a horror movie, you get up and walk out. Does somebody get mad at you for walking out? No, it's not my thing.
Right. Right.
Do
Just
your own. I didn't say, hey, stop everything. Don't do this anymore. This is bad.
just like
I said, all right, cool. I'm an adult.
like getting
back
back
out
to
here.
this, I'm going to say shit that's going to get people's fucking balloon knots all tightened up, but
Yeah.
I don't really give a fuck because you can turn this channel off.
Yeah,
But what do you?
do what you got to do.
But I just don't get how these people are, bringing their kids. You're sexualizing, you're grooming these kids,
Yeah.
and it starts. You're at home. You're right, at home.
Hmm.
Now I have to look at the parent.
Yeah, they should be the ones that are. Well, the parent is the one that's supposed to protect, but the schools and the systems are not allowing this to happen. They're saying, "Well,
Well,
we own your kids. We're
yeah,
gonna do
well,
whatever we
and that's
want."
another thing I heard, that this has been said, that their children, they're all our children. No,
Yeah,
no,
that was said by a crazy lady.
yeah, okay.
Yeah.
So, whatever the case, like I said, and if for someone that's going to come out, please, and say that I'm homophobe or transphobe, um,
He's actually a woman.
that proves that you don't fucking know me. And
Absolutely.
for me, I'm a righteous fighter for everyone. But that shit with the kids, no way,
Right.
no way.
And I just saw something on YouTube recently. There was a father had a book from the school library,
Oh,
and he
go ahead,
starts reading
reading
this
it,
book off,
right?
and the whole panel is like, "Excuse me, sir, can you stop?
So,
Can you stop?
right.
That's not. We can't have that here. We can't have that." He said, "Hold on. So what you're telling me is I can't read this here, but you're gonna allow my kids to read this in the school and at home,
Right, right,
but it's not appropriate for here."
right.
Well, then it's not appropriate for anywhere. If adults can't hear what's in this book and they feel a little messed up, what do you? So, where are you getting at here?
Right. Where are we getting
So I
at?
said we pull that book out then. If you can't listen to it in front of your whatever it is, if you can't listen to it in front of that, then it's definitely not appropriate for a
Right.
kid. But there
And
was
this
some
is,
stuff in there, man. And I'm
oh,
telling
when
you
he
what,
was reading it,
when he was reading this thing,
yeah.
it was detailed
Mm-hmm.
stuff. It was so
Yeah.
detailed, like that would make anybody sit there and go, like give you that little, ooh.
Right.
Because not even reading it towards. It's for it's directed towards a child. It's a child's book, but not even directing it towards that. If you're just an adult hearing somebody, if somebody was reading that to me, I'd be like,
Yeah.
oh,
Uh,
unless I was in it. I'm not even thinking.
no, right.
We're not even in an intimate book with someone you're with. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
It's like it was pretty crazy because it was creepy. It wasn't that it was like two consensual adults reading a book that has stuff in it. It was
No.
creepy because the fact there was cartoon pictures in the
Right.
book and
And
it
they
was
were
really
and
weird.
they were giving instructions to the kid.
Yes.
And this is how you do it. Blah blah blah. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah. So,
Let the parents have the rights of the kids.
and not even slowly taking the rights from parents. They just took the rights from parents, and it just seemed like it's been like 2 years. Like, look, I don't know. I don't know where this country is headed, but something's got to fucking change.
Right, right.
I don't think the people's with their and I'm gonna say it, with this woke fucking mentality, I don't think they're gonna fucking change. I really think they need some, like, there's something wrong. There's something going on. Something's not clicking, and that's again just my opinion. That's not his opinion. It's my opinion. But you're supposed to be the group of inclusivity, okay? But yet, if I say, well, I don't really agree with that, now I'm villainized, or you're going to cancel someone. You're going to do, because I don't agree with you. You know what I'm saying? So, which one is it? Are you the party of inclusivity? As long as you get down with us, or you're not. Which either way is the same fucking thing.
Yeah, pretty much if you're not with us, you're against them sort of
Right,
mentality.
right. And what
Which is kind of a crazy mentality to have.
me? You don't agree with me? I don't care. Good. You hate on me? Good. I love it, because now I know where to put you.
Right, right.
You know what I'm saying? I have to put you over here, and I've done that to family members. Oh, okay, yeah, yeah. No, you're over here now.
See, I don't mind a good disagreement.
A
You
good
know,
argument,
yeah,
right?
you having a disagreement with somebody, you can agree to disagree. You can
Hmm.
go back and forth like humans. Nobody's getting angry, wanting to
Right,
kill you for anything.
right,
It's just a good, healthy debate.
right.
And wherever you end up, you put up your end, he put up his end. If you end up in the middle, if you end
Well,
up
right.
maybe either one of you guys change your mind because of the information, but if not, it just ends there. Not it doesn't end with you getting dragged outside and beaten and
You
like
know, that goes right. See, it goes back even back in the day. You know, you get into a fight. There's no more fucking fist fights no more. Everyone wants to pull a gun.
no,
Everyone's
100%.
everyone's Johnny Badass.
Yeah.
But listen, I've gotten my ass handed to me many of times. People have picked me up. Yo, good. And you fucking go on to fight another day. Yo, let me buy you a beer or whatever. Yo,
Yep.
we good? You good? And it's good. Now you got to worry about, Johnny, or little Pistol Pete coming back with his boys and lighting your shit up. Fucking I don't know, man. And it's like that because these politicians are so soft on crime. They want the crime. Why? So they can pass these assault bans. Oh, blah blah blah. We got to get rid of the guns. Okay, all right.
So many laws that are going right now. There's so many laws. We just had this guy was on. He was talking about them.
He
And there's more. There's
There's
more,
more
more,
coming down.
more. It's
There's more
all
coming
more,
down the
more,
pike.
more. Yeah. No, there's
Okay,
so many
and
more.
the only thing you're doing is you're victimizing the law-abiding citizen.
Well,
And the more laws you put on, and the more, and people don't understand this, to get a carry permit that's some expensive shit.
yeah.
All right. So how is that single mom in the hood going to afford that? Because now that's the demographics now who are getting their permits.
Right.
Okay, and the media does not want you to know this. I've talked to many people who run these classes who are white, who are running the class, who are white, black, Latino. I'm like, what is your demographic now? He goes, honestly, D, we're a lot of women, single moms,
Low income.
low income. They're scraping up money
They'll get a permit.
to get their permit, uh, uh, to defend themselves. Okay, all right. I said, but you don't hear that. He goes, oh, you'll never hear it on the news because now it goes against their narrative.
Right. 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 But the thing about the gun laws are, it's like a safe. The gun law and a safe is like the same thing.
Yeah,
They only apply to an honest person.
right.
If a thief wants your safe, he's gonna
He's
go
going
take your
right.
safe. He's getting into your safe. If a criminal wants to have a gun, he's not gonna be like, oh wow, you know what, that's illegal. I'm not gonna get it.
I'm right.
He's gonna go get the gun.
Right.
So why don't they make laws on illegal gun holders a lot more strict?
Yeah.
Make it a lot more strict, and that's going towards somebody else
Yeah.
that's an illegal gun holder. So they're going after the legal gun holders with all these laws.
Well,
That's
do you know
the
why that
point.
is? Do you know why?
That's the
Oh,
point.
because that kid had a rough upbringing.
That's cool.
Oh, yeah.
He
You
had a
know
rough
what? Yeah,
upbringing.
yeah.
I'm sure that there's plenty of people out there that had rough upbringings
Yeah, you want
that
to
are
know?
completely legit.
You want to know what a rough upbringing? I'm gonna fucking let people know was I was duct taped to a fucking chair and beat with a goddamn extension cord for fucking about an hour, and that was on the regular. You see me out there killing motherfuckers?
No.
you know, you know what I'm saying? So, picture that fucking shit
Right.
by a fucking drunk father. So, and that's just a little fucking piece. Oh, but now if I went out there and murked somebody, toe tagged them, they'll throw me under the fucking jail.
Right. But so do you agree that if they got to stop going after legal gun owners
Of
and go after
course,
illegal gun
of
owners?
course. But they don't want to do that. They want the crime, bro, because that's their talking point.
100% makes
Okay,
news. Bad
that's
news
their
makes
talk.
good
Right,
news.
but we don't want to talk about the black on black crime. We don't want to talk about that. Last week alone in Chicago, last weekend, Memorial Day, Chicago, 44 shootings, 9 murders. Out of the 9 murders, there was kids under the age of 10. There were 7. But we don't want to talk about that. Why? Well, you know what? Keep it in the hood. Because that's what hood motherfuckers do, right? Until we have an open discussion about that, I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it. And these are, again, Barack Obama was from Chicago. What did he do for Chicago? Not a goddamn thing. Not a thing. So
Somebody's at the front door.
Well, we're gonna like that's for me. That's my rant right now. I can go on. People, don't be fucking soft. If you really want to do something in your life, get up and do it. I I I meditated. I went back to my meditation, and honestly, as long as the sun is shining on your face and not your grave, you're fucking one step ahead of the game.
Damn straight. Mr. Two A Days, you're gonna be
Two
soon.
days, right?
Mr. Two A
You
Days.
know,
The next shirt's gonna say the real Iron Mindset, Mr. Two A
two
Days.
days. Eating tuna fish and broccoli for breakfast. Oh, yum, yum.
All right. Well, we'll wrap it up then. We got We'll see you guys next Friday. Thanks for listening to our rants.
Rants and people, really, if you really want to do something, just go ahead and do it.
Absolutely.
Fuck what the haters say. On
We're,
that, I love you all.
we're getting a little crazy lately.
Yeah.